Well, look, it's me, but no face. Yes, my capture card seems to be broken, and don't know what to do about it, except buy another one, maybe update some drivers. I don't have time, though, because guess what? Didn't find out about this till, right before I was going to stream. So, you get to listen to my voice. You're not going to be able to see me today. I certainly hope that you don't see me, because I am completely naked right now. That's not actually true. But you don't know that. Maybe at some point I will take off my clothes. You don't know. It's that kind of a day. No, it's not. Here's the thing. All right. Early for once. It's because my camera's not working, so I have to deal with all the nonsense. That's not true. Regardless, I'm just going to talk. We don't need to see my face. It's fine. Unless you guys can't see me, which would be weird because I can't see me. Anyway, disclaimers before we start this, because you all saw the community post, some of you, maybe not all of you. There's some people that are very confused about my format for live streaming, right? These streams are designed to be viewed live. I keep them up after the fact because people ask for it, right? And I think, oh, okay, fine. So if you're not viewing this live, I'm going to be interrupting myself. Often things are going to happen. I'm going to pause things. I'm going to go on tangents. It's going to happen because I'm interacting directly with the people watching. If you're not part of that that group of people who are watching, it's probably going to be a lot less fun. So if you're watching this after the fact, and you're like, your stream is stupid, go find a different stream. You weren't here when it was live. Sucks to be you. Don't know what to tell you. At some point, maybe I'll have the free time to edit these into something more watchable after. Yes, it's blue turkey baking today because I don't have the video. It's all fake. So, anyway, yeah, it's a thing. We'll figure it out real quick at some point. But back to Jeremy. Just want to throw it in there because someone's going to complain. You know it is. They are. And yeah, as Mr. Rickers was saying, I can tell people that this isn't my voice, so I can't be held responsible for anything that I say. So, how am I doing? I'm okay. I've been better, but we're definitely on sort of the turning point of the craziness of my life. It isn't quite as smooth of a descent from that craziness as I hoped. And yes, I will at some point talk about it, but every time someone asks me to talk about it, I delay it a little bit longer out of spite. So, when I'm ready, it will come out. Back to Jeremy, the topic this is all about. I'll give it another 10 seconds for people to start funneling in. Hi everyone, hi. It's nice hearing from y'all. Before we get into the good stuff, which is Jennifer's video, which most of you watched before I did, and so, yeah, thanks for the spoilers. Jennifer Burton, thank you for your donation. I would disagree. But I digress, which is something I think I heard her saying, which is a little upsetting. It's always upsetting when you hear someone else using your catchphrase when you don't like them. It's the whole thing. So Jeremy DeWitt is in jail, right? And Jennifer, for some reason, decided that she needed to make more content for the channel. I don't think she should have. I think she should have listened to my original advice I gave Jeremy, which is to lay low, drop off the face of the internet, because as we've seen, without content coming from Metro State, the hype about it has died down significantly. And now all she's doing is sort of bringing that back like an idiot. Anyway, Sean Best, thank you. Good to hear you again. That's fair. I appreciate it. So Jeremy is still in jail. His charges got hit with the old noli prosequi, I believe, which is like, oh yeah, we don't really want to prosecute him. Not saying he didn't do it. They're just not interested in the prosecution for some reason. And Jennifer apparently thought that meant Jeremy was going home, but he's not. No, he got hit with 3 more charges, and a lot of you are wondering what those charges are. Now, the charges are failing to register his cell phones. He had 3 of them. He has 3 charges. And I talked with my moderator, Rennie, about this, and she is of the impression, and I think it's a very fair guess, that those cell phones are the ones that he showed off in his What's in My Ruck video, or What's in My Rook video, if you're paying attention. So there are a lot of things that came out of that video that showed Jeremy kind of doing things he shouldn't. There were the cell phones, which I am assuming is related to this. There was that little seatbelt thing so that you don't have to wear a seatbelt, but your seat won't keep dinging at you, which is definitely not allowed. And then there was the pepperball gun where he showed off, I have this new gun that looks even more like a gun, right? Which possibly was one of the reasons that he was stopped, because it sort of alerted Sergeant Fiddler, like, hey, he's got a new gun. He's definitely concealing the fact that it's not a real gun. And I don't know if Florida requires orange tips on their fake pistols. I know some states do. That's worth looking into, I think, when it comes to Florida. Redeemed, thank you so much. Well, at least I sound good. It's fine, I don't look good today. I did get new lights, though. I set up new lights. Unfortunately, I was all excited. I'm like, yeah, I got my lighting set up even better. I don't have to do all the camera trickery to make myself not look awful. Maybe it will fix sort of me changing colors. Who knows? But I don't get to use it because my camera is it's good. So, why the question mark? Because my face isn't up there. So it's just like, where am I? I was going to put a picture of myself, but I didn't have time to put it up there. But, so Jeremy got hit with those new charges, so he's definitely still not getting out, because those would have revoked his bond as well. And it's crazy because Jeremy knows that he has to register this stuff. He absolutely knows he has to register it. He was told when he first became a sex offender. He was told in a couple other instances. He was told after, around the time that he went on Dr. Phil. I remember there was another charge for that. I don't remember what it was for. Like, Jeremy knows he has to register these things if he's using them. So I don't know what's going on. And if he can establish that these aren't actually his, then great. If he says, well, they're company phones, well, it's your company. So guess what, bud? Speaking of unregistered things, there are a lot of claims about Jeremy's vehicles, I almost said videos, his vehicles being unregistered, and that, only one of them was actually registered, and all the other vehicles had registrations that were photocopies of that one. And apparently, according to people close to this, and I won't give names, I won't give specific details, apparently Jeremy didn't let them actually keep the registration in their cars. There's actually a video out there of some Metro State contractors / employees being pulled over where they're like, oh yeah, like, we don't keep the registration in the cars, which is definitely not allowed. You got to keep the registration in your car. And they actually called Jeremy, and Jeremy came over and was like, here are the papers. Like, you've got nothing on us. So there are a lot of allegations that the registration isn't, he signs a paper once a year that states all this? Wow, that's even worse for him. I assume that paperwork states that, he understands what he has to do as a registered sex offender. But as far as the insurance goes, apparently, well, we know his vehicles aren't insured properly. We know that he used, I forget which one he used, but they don't have commercial insurance. And his vehicles are definitely used commercially. Now, allegedly, Araj, I know, where am I? I'm so sorry. Thank you for your donation. I'm sitting in my chair like usual, just cameras doing whatever. Oh my God, Jennifer Burton, thank you for your donation. Wow. Jeremy has an orange tip. Eggplant emoji. So his insurance, it's not commercial insurance. It's, personal insurance. Definitely not allowed. Some of it's under his wife's name for whatever reason. There are allegations, and this comes from a lawsuit that was filed, that the vehicles, some of them do not have any sort of insurance. And Jeremy states, hey, if you're going to ride in these vehicles, if you want it insured, you have to use your own insurance, which is definitely not something that he can require people to do. If he's requiring people to use his vehicles, right, because they're contractors, which means that they should be providing their own vehicles, but they're not. If he's requiring them to use company vehicles, he should be liable for them not being insured. That's definitely something he has to do, but he's like, no, I don't have to. The more we go into these tiny details, the more insanity there is. When this first started, it's like, oh, this guy doesn't know how this law works. Okay, it's fine. Now we're at the point, like when we started, we didn't know he was a registered sex offender. There's a lot we didn't know. And then just as we keep digging and digging, so much new stuff gets revealed. It's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why would you think any of this is appropriate? Police, that the police like check in on you every once in a while. Why would you think that you could get away with this? And I assume it's because he gets away with it and he says, well, it must be okay then. Haha, I'm untouchable. And I think that comes back to sort of the way he was raised. And we see him sort of think that if he repeats the thing enough, he'll get his way. For example, sergeant, 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 sergeant. Yeah, he repeats enough. He thinks to get his way. When he tells Jennifer to stop, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? When she's calling 911, right? Asking his parents for money. Apparently, he asks them a lot. There's a lot of stuff. He just repeats and repeats and repeats until he gets his way. And this kind of feels like the same thing as, well, I got away with it, and I got away with it, and I got away with it. Therefore, I'm untouchable. And if the police realize that they were wrong, and I worship the police, so how could they ever be wrong, right? And they go after me for it. It's the police who are wrong, not me. So it's a whole thing, his whole mindset on that. And we're going to talk about that as we watch this video, some of it, because some of it will come up. I just want to sort of throw that out there, give you guys sort of an idea of some of the weirder things that people are telling me. Some of these sources I cannot name. Some of these sources I cannot. They're interested in putting out a lot of information. It's just they are not allowed to right now because they are being used to testify, potentially provide statements against Jeremy in court, which means, like, I know that they're legitimate. I know they're good sources. I will not make an effort to do anything that will affect this case against Jeremy. I will not put stuff out. There's a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of stuff I'm not putting out there because I don't want to affect this case. But we're going to move on. Jennifer Burton, thank you. Wait to see the pictures of him with a blow-up doll. I'd rather not. I'll bet. You know how it is. One last thing before I get into this. A member of our community, one of our bacon bits, I don't know if he's actually a bacon bit, I don't know, someone who is part of this channel, his house caught on fire. And I put in my community posts that there's a GoFundMe for help with that. If you guys are feeling generous, I encourage you to go check that out. If you're thinking that you want to donate to this channel today during the stream, I would encourage you to consider donating to that GoFundMe instead. I will be donating to it. I have not donated yet. I will be donating to it. But, you know, losing a home is a horrible, horrible thing. And I think that's the least I can do to sort of spread that information out to all of you. So, all right. Anyway, moving on. We're going to listen to Jennifer Burton talk about her newest update. And of course it doesn't work. All right, hold on. It never does. It works and then I go live and then it stops working. So we're just gonna hold on for a second here. And it's gonna go black again. And we're gonna figure it out real quick. Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys, that's not great. And it happens every time. And if I had time in my life, I'd figure it out. But I don't have time in my life. So I'm a little limited in making this work. All right, there's that. Hold on. There it is. All right, figured it out. Literally don't know what to do about it. We're going to mute this because we don't care about this janky-ass music. And I'm going to complain as I always do. Stop using a minute-long intro. I know I have long intros for my streams. That's to get like people to funnel in and just give people time to sort of be like, oh, there's just stream happening. It's great. I'm glad you're all here. Thanks so much for being here. We've seen the vehicles. You could do this in 10 seconds. No, stop. Arash, thank you. I do need an IT guy. It's true. Oh man, I just need someone living in my garage to like maintain all my stuff. JD's blow up doll, thank you. Hey, don't drag me into this. I've been abused enough. Oh, you guys. All right. We're gonna keep that going. Is it done yet? Of course not. It goes on forever. Stop. Okay, here she is.
All the vehicles are gone.
Okay.
They were stolen.
All right, so it immediately starts off with Jennifer going, all of our vehicles have been stolen. When in reality, what I think happened, I'm just going to do this out of habit. Oh, God, my chair is so squeaky today. What probably happened is Jeremy lets people take home vehicles, and she probably went, all right, we need the vehicles back. And they went, well, you're not Jeremy. Bye. Right? that I don't know that that's necessarily stealing. It depends on what kind of authority she has to to issue those instructions. I don't know if Jeremy put her in charge. We're going to talk more about that later if I remember to. But as far as them being stolen, if they're legitimately stolen, I wish you could see me because I'm like flailing my arms around. If they're legitimately stolen, file a police report, right? That thing that you and Jeremy just tend not to do until it's like 9 months later. And you're like, gosh, I should do this. And the police are like, why didn't you file this earlier when maybe we could have been hot on the trail? I don't know, right? If the vehicles are stolen, and we are like 0 seconds into this, and I'm already getting angry. If the vehicles are stolen, file that police report, right? The registration, maybe they're not registered, right? Whatever they are, these vehicles, they're very distinctive vehicles. Just pull them all over if you're police, right? They'll come back as stolen if they are registered. If they're not registered, well, that's also a problem. The VIN number, I assume the VIN number is somewhere. You could use that. If they're stolen, great. But once you get them back, Jennifer, make sure that they're not still registered as stolen. Because remember when that happened to Jeremy, kind of the first thing that sort of started this whole nonsense? Yeah, just a thought, just being friendly and helpful. So,
Bye.
Are we going to hear plates breaking? We probably are. I'll prep a plate for you. There we go. You hear that? Yeah, there it is. All right. Oh, it's so satisfying. And Jennifer, already, you're getting one of those.
A few pathetic individuals, and I'm going to get into that a little later.
Individuals. And I'm going to use this phrase a lot. Pot, meet the kettle.
But first I wanted to show you my nice little sign that I left for them. I ended up changing the logs,
so instead of writing thieves, maybe contact them and contact the police. Now, changing the locks, if they work there, I guess they're not going to be doing much work there, huh?
I'm going to talk about that a little bit as well. So, not much has changed in here. This is where we...
Oh, look. It's that bike right there. Now, I have a video coming out that basically shows that the area Jeremy's in, this is a bike that was historically used, which I think is hilarious. But I'm not going to get into details about that. I don't want to ruin that for you. But, of course, we have, all these flags that I really hate to see because Jeremy didn't earn that, and he didn't earn that. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You can't see anything. He didn't earn that. I don't see, you can see my mouse there, right? He didn't earn that. It's fine. Let me go back. See, it says thieves right up there. That's my bad. I forgot because I'm like, they don't need to see me, so I don't need to hit the foot pedals. But, of course, I forgot where my screen was. It's fine. It's all right. There's going to be a bunch of people in chat saying that there's no screen until the delay catches up. It's fine. So, we're just going to bloop. All right, hold on. No smoking, no vaping, ring.
A little bit
nothing
as well.
Terribly exciting.
So, not much has changed in here. This is where we usually shoot all of the little videos and stuff. Great vacuum cleaner shot.
Yeah, hooray, vacuum cleaner shot.
Not much has changed in here. There are a lot of interesting things that are happening right now for me and Jeremy.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know what those license plates are.
But right now, I'm just going to talk about what is going on with the fucking losers.
What language, Jennifer? Good God. Hold on. What was that sign on the desk?
But right now, I'm just going to talk about what is going on with...
No parking. Reserved for Metro State. Parking only. Oh, Jeremy, you don't know anything about reserved parking spots. Remember that time you parked in a customs official spot and then police got called on you and you told them that you were an Army veteran for 12 years and you lied about being a police officer? You remember that? Yeah. I just kind of think it's funny that you have a no parking sign when you ignore other people's no parking signs.
Fucking losers who are contracted to work for us.
They're actually employed to work for you, but that's fine.
Who are thieves, and I've done some digging on a lot of them and found out some very interesting things.
You're dating a sex offender, Jennifer. You're the man who maybe got you pregnant. I don't know if it was him. I don't know who you hook up with. You're dating a sex offender. Like, I did some digging on the people, and do some digging on the guy who's putting his dick inside you. Come on, lady. Like, of course they're not great. Well, we're going to get into that later. PEMS, thank you so much. Every time I see a Metro State vehicle, I say to my wife, those are so good looking. I bet everyone wants one. Like, it's being in a state of shock from the theft. No one called the police to report it. They're very identifiable vehicles. It's nuts that she's like, yeah, they're just getting away with it. Sean, thank you. Righteous anger. Love it. Well, yeah, I feel like it's pretty, got a pretty good reason to be angry at her.
People have asked me, what's going on with Metro State. I get phone calls from people that we've,
Thank you, Dennis. Is that a black leather chair? Oh, is that chair her
People
bed?
have asked
Yeah, where does she sleep if she's living in there?
me, what's going on with Metro State. I get phone calls from people that we've, kind of kept in touch with. Sorry, I didn't put my keys down. People that we've kind of kept in touch with. I'm opening a letter right now that I received from the property manager, which probably isn't going to be very good. Hold on.
Why are you doing it on video? What does this have anything to do with anything?
I'm going to take you outside.
I don't get it. And folks, the reason I keep stopping, first of all, and changing to this screen, one, because it's commentary. Two, so that they don't try to file a copyright strike against me. In fact, what I should probably do, because I usually have my face, I usually switch back and forth. But I don't have that today. So what we're going to do, give me just 1 second. We're going to try something a little crazy. Oop. And, and nope. Bear with me. And there, the video's been altered a little bit. I feel like that's been scrunched. And that way YouTube shouldn't automatically flag it. If she still wants to manually do it, that's fine. And I can very easily be like, no, I'm providing commentary. My camera just didn't work. So now we get to do that. There's a siren going off. I wasn't sure if it was the video or not.
It's not Victor Lopez today.
She's making a joke about Victor Lopez, I believe, coming to the property and taking pictures. And allegedly, she lied about what he was doing to his employment, which definitely opens up to her up to a civil suit, which is a terrible idea. Frank, thank you so much. I would not doubt he lost some of these vehicles were lost to title loans, hence 31 credit cards. Yeah, I assume that they are collateral on something, or that he hasn't finished paying it off. I don't know. It's entirely possible they were repossessed and not stolen, right? Maybe she doesn't know the difference between stolen and repossessed. Maybe she thinks they're the same thing. But, I don't know. I don't know all the details because she tells a lot of unnecessary stories instead of the necessary ones, which I can relate to. I get it. But I don't trust her at all. She has proven herself to be quite the liar. Nothing she says is anything that I would believe, really.
I'm going to take you outside. I have to walk up really quick. Speaking of walking, my boobs are so big right now.
Oh my God, stop!
Holy crap. Anyway, my boobs are really big right now. I'm trying to hide that. I'm pregnant.
I'm trying to hide that my boobs are big, but I'll tell you all about them. What? Stop it.
That's been going on for a while, that whole am I or am I not. I'll have more information about that later on in this video. I don't even know how long this shit is going to be. Anyway, so speaking of logs, like I said.
Brian asked a good question. Isn't it a felony to open mail not addressed to you? If it's addressed to the business, then, and she has been given permission to open it, she can open it. That's fine.
But I changed all the locks at Jeremy's request because we just have a bunch of fucking losers that want to take advantage of the fact that he's in jail right now. And they just feel as though it gives them free reign to do whatever.
Here's my thoughts on that. I'm going to give it to you early. I was going to wait till later. I'm sure I'll repeat it. Jeremy is a sex offender. He has multiple felonies. He's not a good person. We know this. This is pretty much fact. Knowing how he interacts with the people he dates, obviously is probably not creating a very welcoming work environment. So the people that are sticking around are probably people who don't have many options. And the people who don't have many options are generally criminals or people who maybe don't have the strongest moral compass. Right? Now, he has had good people working for him. They generally don't stay long, though. And they certainly have not followed him through this. The people that are willing to continue to work for the company after all of the stuff that is happening, probably not your cream of the crop there. Kim, thank you so much. I need to come to Canada when the borders open and come for a ride along with my husband on Calgary Police Service. I would love that. Actually, that sounds like tons of fun. Yes, thank you.
Like I said, I looked into their past. And some of them have some very interesting pasts.
You're dating a sex offender.
One of them is a sex offender.
You're dating a sex offender. Are we talking about Jeremy? You finally looked into him?
But he pretends that he is like a preacher, like a holy gospel. I hate people like that. Like, I hate like fake Christians that like pretend like, you know, they are perfect and they would never, and they have like the seediest past.
Cop? I'm sorry. Pot? I was reading someone's comments that said cop. Pot? There we go. Pot beat the kettle. I told you to say it. Yeah. Lady, you're the one. It's just... Okay, we're going to keep going. We're just going to keep going. Blue question mark. Thank you.
I'm with my keys, sorry. But yeah, he has a really piss poor pass. Is how I like to call it. Piss poor pass. Anyway, I gotta get in the car. I'm gonna talk to you some more about what is happening. I'm getting everything canceled on the vehicles.
I would love to know what everything being canceled on the vehicle means, because that's kind of important.
And trust me, it's all gonna be taken care of. I just got a letter.
We just got a letter.
I'm just being transparent with you guys. Okay?
We just got a letter.
I got a letter.
Thank you, Tom.
My nails always look like shit. So I just got a letter from our property management.
She blurred up to show into the camera.
Basically, we owe $1,300 in rent.
That's how rent works. Yes.
$11.66, and we owe $1,300. And the only reason I'm bringing that up, usually I wouldn't bring up stuff like that because it's really like no one's fucking business.
Then don't tell us.
The only reason I'm bringing things up like this is because Jeremy's family is supposed to be taking care of these things. Like,
all right, we're gonna pause for a second, real quick. So the rent is supposed to be what, $1,100? They're being charged $1,300. We checked into the place that rents in that area, the place where their office is, and yes, that rent is appropriate. However, there are additional things that you might be charged for. For example, if you have large trash that has to be removed, etc. So that would be the reason why they might be charged extra. Now, she is saying that the family is supposed to be taking care of this. I'm going to go just a little bit further and touch on that.
They are supposed to be, paying bills, doing the right thing. Instead, they're writing checks to themselves. They're thieves.
Okay, pause. So they're supposed to be using the money that Metro State makes to pay the bills while Jeremy is in jail. Now, this might be something that Jeremy has set up, right? If he hasn't, and she's just expecting the family to, take care of everything, kind of absurd. They're kind of sick of him right now. But if they have access to the bank accounts, then they have access to all the money. So, you don't generally do that with someone you don't trust. It's a whole thing. If they have agreed to do it, if they have agreed to pay off those bills, then great. If they were just sort of thrown at them, then probably they're not going to do a great job. Baseface, thank you. These people are narcissists. Nothing is ever their fault, and self-reflection is not something they are good at. I would agree with you. Now, as far as them stealing money, here are my thoughts on that. I have two thoughts, and Rennie, thank you for the second thought, because you brought up a very good point. My first thought is, after I finished dying, my first thought is, Jeremy got a lot of money loaned to him by his family. And if he put them in charge of the accounts, well, what's to stop them from taking that money back if he owes it to them, right? Like, oh, well, they've given me permission to pay off Metro State debts. Well, technically, I'm a Metro State debt, so I'm going to write myself a check, right? Totally legitimate. If it's not a criminal issue, if they're on the account, it could be a civil issue, but Jeremy would have to prove that they're not supposed to be doing that sort of thing. The other thing, which was Rennie's idea, and I love it, is that they were hired by Jeremy, essentially, to take care of this kind of money thing. And if they're being hired, then they can pay themselves basically a salary. And if he hasn't agreed to a specific dollar amount, they could essentially say, well, my time is worth this, or your average employee is paid this, et cetera, and write themselves some stuff. Now, again, that wouldn't be criminal. He could take them to civil court, but it's certainly, a lot less of a big deal than she seems to think it is. Glop Neo, thank you. Jennifer is not pregnant, says Jeremy always uses less lethal. I love it. But she's complaining about a thing like they're thieves, when in reality that might not be the case. Now, it could be they're just giving themselves money, at which point you probably shouldn't have given them access to the entire account, right? You can give them power of attorney or something that strictly outlines what they can or cannot do, which is probably a good idea. But, knowing how Jennifer and Jeremy and the criminal stuff they do and how they struggle with, civil stuff, I doubt they actually did that.
They actually have a history of this that I didn't know about. There's a lot I'm learning about people while Jeremy's away. That he has some very seedy people in his past and in his family, which is kind of sad and pathetic to have family members that.
He's a sex offender. You really think he grew up in a good family home that was, a caring environment? You really are surprised that maybe other people related to that, the people who raised him, the people that raised alongside him, aren't also, without flaws or with flaws, or what am I trying to say? It's not unreasonable to believe that they're also not good people. Do I know that they're not good people? I don't know. I don't really know much about his mother. I know his brother just pled to reduce charges for impersonation. I know his brother was involved in a lawsuit. I know that his brother was caught up in a child sex sting where he was trying to hook up with a 14-year-old girl, but was never charged for it. Don't know why. So, there are problems with that family, for sure. Planned Parenthood Orlando. Hey, pro-lifers, does make you miss us yet? A little bit.
Are stealing from you, and family members who aren't doing the right thing. But I have to start driving. I'm hungry. Like I said, I'm eating for 2 now. So I'm starving. So I think I might go to Chick-fil-A. I think we're going to go to Chick-fil-A. Hold on.
Yeah, and then they don't.
So I was going to take you to Chick-fil-A real quick.
Jennifer, I wanted to go to Chick-fil-A. Take me there right now.
I'm going to stop by Winnie Palmer because as far as my pregnancy, this is kind of where it all began. Let me take that back. It actually began in not the old office. Why am I calling the old office? Probably because we're not going to be there for very long.
Yeah, probably not, because your business is going under and Jeremy's about to, go to prison probably.
At the office, in the whole, everything going on, I was sitting there and I was like, God, my back is like killing me. It's killing me. I thought my period was starting.
Okay.
But no, my period wasn't.
Why? Okay, this is just her talking about this for a while. None of it's important, so we're just going to mute it. It's a natural thing. It's part of, bodily functions in women. I just don't want to hear about yours, Jennifer. I can't fathom the thought process that led you to think that this was something you should talk about. Let's see where she's at.
Well, I didn't think I was really pregnant because, we've had some complications in the past. So I was like, I don't think that's what's happening. But, so I just kind of picked up a first response, the pink one. So I picked that up from, I think it was like CVS or something, I don't know. And I went to the office and I was working because, Jeremy wasn't there. So I had to run everything.
Sure you did. I'm sure you did a great job considering the fact that you're complaining that the company is literally falling apart around you. I'm sure you do a great job running it.
And that was, it was in a 2-pack. Oh, we're almost here. All right. So this is Orlando Health. And this is obviously the emergency room.
Okay, that is what I was waiting for. That right there, that's a spotlight. I missed those. Those are great to have. I think all cars should have them. It's great. So she's driving one of the Metro State cars. Like, everyone's stealing them as she just drives around doing her personal stuff. Like, okay, Jennifer, that's fine. Great. Good for you. So, also, yeah, apparently she's just running stop signs like crazy. I forgot to look for it. I don't really want to go back and whatever. But I don't know which car she's driving. I don't know which one specifically. But holding your phone while driving and filming, fairly certain is illegal in Florida.
That was, it was in a 2-pack. Oh, we're almost
looking for stop signs.
All right. So this is Orlando.
It's Florida. No one really drives right anyway.
And this is obviously the emergency room ship. The heart, and I don't know if you can see it. It's so much better in person. Heart and vascular place.
Beth brings up a good question. Didn't Jay let his employees take them home? Why would someone take it home in an uninsured car? Good question. And yes, he did let them do it. Now, here are my thoughts on this. I think Jennifer thinks that she's running the business, but isn't. I think someone else is in charge. Why would you put her in charge? She works the books and whatever, and sure, she's really close to the owner, but is she the right person to be like scheduling these rides and setting them up and doing them? I don't think so. I would doubt it. I don't know. My sneaking suspicion is that she is not in charge. And Jeremy's just like, oh, yeah, okay, you're in charge. But you're really not. Like, someone else take this. And someone else is taking it. And she goes, I need you all to do this thing. And everyone's like, okay, like, sure, wink, wink, we're definitely doing it. But in reality, they're following someone else's instructions. She just cannot fathom the idea that she is not in charge. That's my thought. What just happened? All right. Jack, thank you. People, please don't drive distracted. Pull over if you need to text or set your phone to operate hands-free. It's simple. I absolutely agree with you. This is very dangerous stuff. Even though I don't like Jennifer, I don't like wish a car accident upon her. Irish Girl, thank you so much. ADD at its finest. Now, when I first watched this, I've watched this once before, and I was listening to this. I'm like, oh, she never gets to the point. And I sort of just stopped and went, oh, this is what it's like listening to these streams. Got it. Right? Like, I feel bad calling her out because it's literally what I do, but at least I'm like doing it because I'm interacting with you guys. I don't know. It's the whole thing. Pedmits, thank you so much. I found one of the stolen cars. She told the truth. The people that took the cars are losers.
This is where I got my ultrasounds. I picked up my medical records. And
I bet she's not even using a turn signal. She's about to
this is
turn.
such a weird road.
I don't hear a turn signal.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So it came.
I mean, to be fair, though, Jeremy doesn't hire people that know how to, obey traffic
a
laws.
2-pack. So I did the first one.
Usually.
And it like lit up. And I was, you know how you usually wait like 3 to 5 minutes. Or whatever.
I don't. I've never been pregnant, Jennifer.
But no, it was like 30 seconds. Okay, let's go. It was like 30 seconds. Not even. I don't even think it was that long. Let's move. Anyway. Oh, something else just fell. This is yeah. So anyway, so I got the results and I got the results
and who and what? Say it.
That's really.
Use your words.
Okay.
Stop filming things. And there it is. She just ran that stop sign. She definitely did not stop for that. It's a rolling stop, which is illegal.
Cool. I think it was Cool Avenue or something. So anyway, I got the results, and at some point.
Frank, thank you. Wouldn't his wife be the one behind the money? You'd think so, except you know how Jeremy feels about his wife. He doesn't. He doesn't like her, apparently. He's going to leave his wife for this crazy lady here. Christine, thank you. How is she getting money? Does she write her own checks? Jennifer, I assume, has access to the accounts. I assume. As far as the family, I believe they had access to the accounts, but don't. That comes up later in the video, I believe. Arise Chicken Arise. Thank you so much. JD been told the baby is fiddlers yet? Oh, now there's a spicy take. If that came out to be the truth, I would just delete my channel. Like, nothing could get better than that. I would personally petition Netflix to be like, this needs to happen. It's insane.
Jeremy found out when everything, he found out. And I think he was just kind of like in shock. I think we were both in shock. Like I said, I was running
because what's he going to do with a baby while he's in jail?
Business. Trying to do everything right. Dealing with fucking idiots. Still dealing with fucking idiots that will never change. That circular...
Alec Ringdahl's ex-wife. Thank you for your donation. Alex says he's starting a rival successful escort business. Is it funerals or mails? Ooh, good question. Now, if he is starting a business, we've had some great talks, and there are still some rough edges that need polish, but he definitely has a better idea of how this works from the law side than Jeremy does. From the business side, I do not know. From the leadership side, I do not know. But he is more willing to accept the law side of things, which is all I really wanted from Jeremy. And so, I mean, he would have a pretty good platform as far as that. Now, as far as like the cars and all of that, I have no idea. But if that's true, I could see him running a better company than Jeremy. I'm not going to say it's perfect because Alec does have his flaws, but he's at least more willing to listen to reason, I believe. Gia, thank you so much. Never give your AM tramp your passwords. Yes, good call. Great life advice. Jen Kelly, thank you. Jennifer did the stream to give info/annoy Reina. Now that's interesting, and I love that theory, and that's no headcanon. Rania, I'm sorry. You're right, Rania. I read it wrong and didn't even realize.
Well, yeah, on the left, you'll be able to see it better over there. Is winning.
Mumble. That's a stop sign. I bet she ran it.
It's for women.
And that's why it was cut. What if JD was Fiddler's kid? Thank you, Matthew. Run that DNA test now. Someone get Sergeant Biddler on the phone.
Obviously. That's where I ended up going about 3 days after I found out I was pregnant. Because like I said, I was dealing with so much stress that I started spotting. Oh, that's a cool truck. It's a cool pickup truck. Anyway.
That's a cool truck.
I started spotting. And
I don't know what spotting is.
Oh my god, here we go again. Oh, this is actually really very good. Now you can pull all the fucking car stuff is on the side. You can't really see it. But yeah, that's where I don't.
Andrew brings up a good point. Rania works in the hospital in that newborn ward. I've been told that. Yeah, I haven't confirmed it. I know she works in the local hospital, but yeah, kind of sketch.
Now I don't know how to get out of here. I don't need to be here anymore.
I did just say headcanon.
But anyway.
That might be the first time that those words have ever come out of my mouth, though.
This is the parking lot over here.
Okay. Spotting is okay.
Oh, here's a better shot. It's cool, right? It's really interesting. I love that. I think it's really cool.
It is a nice building, but stop filming it while you're driving.
So, I had some complications. Yeah, I get out this way. So, I had some complications. Not complications. I'm not going to say. I had some spotting. And they did an ultrasound. I thought I was like 5 weeks. I think I had just turned 5 weeks. I was probably like 4 weeks in like maybe a handful of days. It was very early, but they were able to see that obviously I was pregnant. Obviously, everything came back positive for the pregnancy. But they wanted me to come back in a couple weeks to do another ultrasound. So I did that. And my experience the second time was not great. My experience the first time was really, really nice. I really enjoyed it. But the second time they were bitchy. They were not. Oh,
good. That's good to hear. Great. Arthur, thank you. Wait, I'm sorry. I was checking. Oh, God. What is happening? Arthur, thank you. And Janelle, I think. No. Thank you so much. Telling a tragic story with a matter-of-fact attitude. Oh, it's a nice truck. Squirrel. To be fair, I do the exact same thing. But, yeah, the amount of details, the irrelevant details she's putting in, and then the amount of detail she's not putting in, and the part that actually matters, makes me think that she isn't being honest, right? Since there's such a discrepancy between the two. She's willing to share about everything unless it's something that looks bad, in which case she shuts up, which is a good call. But I can't help but think that she's definitely not being truthful, because of course she's not. Jennifer, be a better liar.
Like that. Reminds me of Epcot. I ended up finding
Also, I'm sorry to pause again. Speaking of lying, you know that we're up to our elbows in your lives, right? Because you put this stuff out there. So we analyze the stuff. You know that we do that. And so for you guys to lie about stuff that's very easily checkable. For example, when Jeremy's like, I have a $400,000 home. No, you don't. It wasn't $400,000 when you bought it, and it's not $400,000 now. It was never even close. For him to make that lie, like, stop it, guy. Absolutely not. Even with the property, it's not $400,000. It's not close to that. You know we check this stuff. Why would you say it? It kills me.
Great. OBGYN. And I had my appointment with Winnie Palmer on Monday, and then I saw my OBGYN on a Wednesday or Thursday. And when I saw them, it was great. We did like somewhat of an ultrasound. It wasn't really, because it was like an old school machine. You couldn't really see too much. I had my beta
I don't
HCG
know enough
test,
about ultrasound,
which is basically like
commentary on
it's your pregnancy hormones. My number was 5,007.
Bad back. She's laying the grounds for an insanity plea in the future.
Really good. It starts at 1,000. So I was really, really happy.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
To hear that, to get that news, and they gave me the pap smear and everything.
Beth, thank you. Only smart people lie well. Oh, shucks. I love you too. Thanks, Mom. No. I don't know what she's babbling about, but
next.
My God.
Sorry, I'm so tired. That's the other thing is I've been sleeping more now, like in the last 30 days, than I have probably in my entire life. I've been taking...
Now that the man who used to throw you through windows is in jail, you've been sleeping great. Yeah, shocking, I know. What a surprise. Oh my God, the man who physically and verbally abused you is gone, and you're sleeping well? Wow. Who would have guessed that would be a thing? Betty, thank you. She's a train wreck attached to a nuclear accident. They're going to have a baby. He has a baby with his wife. And that's also why I'm confused. And she's like, why? They were later in this. She's like, the family's supposed to like be excited about the baby. Like, why would they? He's married to another woman. Why would they be excited about you, you crazy lunatic? And why would they be excited that you're about to have a baby while he's about to go to jail? What's exciting about that? Why would they be like, oh, this is a good chain of events. This was a good choice. Why?
Like 3-4 naps a day. I'm exhausted.
Oh, so apparently there's some confusion about the ultrasound. They show it at the end of the video, or she shows it at the end of the video. They think her birthday is the ultrasound date. Apparently not. Would I be able to stream your screen from the Discord screen share? Maybe, but I'm not really willing to figure that out live. Exactly. NYPD Captain, thank you. She got a negative 37 on the pregnancy test. Yes.
So I'm really tired. But to go back to what I was saying, so my next appointment is in, I think, 2.5 weeks now. I don't even remember. It's June something, the beginning of June. And we are going to get the genetic testing. We're going to get another.
We got to find out if the baby is his. No, I'm just kidding. Genetic testing is generally going to be, the gender. It could be if there are any precursors genetically for anything, any mental health stuff. It could find out if it's his baby or not. I'm not saying that's the intent, but the date of the ultrasound was 5/3. That is not her birthday on that document, by the way, for those of you who have seen it.
Ultrasound. I'm excited. I love ultrasounds. I don't know. So
why do you love ultrasounds?
Genetic testing.
Thank you, dolphins.
And one
See you later.
That, the nurse practitioner was telling me was that during those series of tests that you get, you're able to find out the sex of the baby like right then and there, which is actually really cool. It's not like old school. You have to wait 18, 20 weeks or whatever. You're actually gonna find out pretty soon. So I'm very excited. Jeremy thinks it's a boy. I really don't care. I know everyone says that, but I really don't.
I'd love to know why Jeremy thinks it's a boy, first of all, unless he's psychic. And if he's psychic, you'd think he would realize that he should probably stop doing his nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
I just want the baby to be healthy, chunky, and cute. So that's all.
If it looks like Jeremy, it's not going to be.
I don't really care at this point. Oh, okay. Well, that was fun. Anyway, I was gonna take you to Chick-fil-A, but I'm tired as shit. I'm very, very, very tired, and I think
tired of your nonsense.
I don't have the patience right now to be in a 20-minute Chick-fil-A line. I'm just gonna go to McDonald's. I think when you're giving up on life, you just say, hey, let's stop at McDonald's real quick.
What? I mean, why are you giving up on life, Jennifer? I thought you had it all. I thought you had a wonderful man. You had his baby. You're running his business. What's there to give up on? You were doing so well. You're not, though. I legitimately suggest seeking a therapist because what you're going through is horrible. It is not normal. If you think this is normal, it is not. Maybe you come from a background where you think it is. It isn't, right? And it's going to have some effect on your mental health, which I think we're seeing right now. I legitimately think you need to go see a therapist about this whole thing. Please do. And I'm not saying that like, haha, you need a therapist. Look, I was in the military, right? This therapy is something that was very shunned. It's getting better. It's getting much, much better. It's so much better than it used to be. It was available to us, and we took it. Well, people took it. I think you should also do the same. Mental health is not something that I take lightly. When someone's thinking about suicide, when someone's going through something insane like this, I really think you need to reach out to someone and try to get a perspective from someone who is not wrapped up in all of this. I really do.
And then I have to get this edited and get it up for tomorrow, which would be Saturday. I was going to do it tonight, Friday night, but no, I mean, if anyone's like me, I guess, even with Jeremy in jail.
International Planned Parenthood, thank you. They say, we'll be using her video and genetic results in our next worldwide campaign. My good God, that's brutal.
Like a life. I'm assuming other people do. So I'm just going to do it on Saturday.
Sorry, what was that, Jennifer?
Still have like a life. And I'm assuming other people. I'm going to do it tonight, Friday night. But no, I mean, if anyone's like me, I guess, even with Jeremy in jail, I still have like a life.
Do you?
I'm assuming other people do. So I'm just going to do it on Saturday morning.
I got to hook up with someone else on Ashley Madison real quick.
have it scheduled for, I don't know, like 9. Oh, thank you so much. You're nice, but these people on the other side are not. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, thanks. There's still some kindness in this world. There's still some kind people. I hate.
Jennifer, if you think that there isn't kindness in the world, you've obviously been surrounding yourself with people who are not kind. We know Jeremy, not kind. He threw you out of a window, per your own admission. You see, the world is full of kindness if you surround yourself with it. If you are putting yourself in a situation where people are not kind, there are certainly unkind people out there. If those are the people you're hanging out with the wrong people, right? It's sort of like when people say, "Oh, all cops are bad," 'cause I see all these videos on YouTube of cops being bad. Like, no, you saw some videos, and now YouTube's algorithm is like, "Oh, well, now you want to see only cops being bad?" So, yeah, if you surround yourself with that stuff, that's all you're going to see. The fact that you're like, "Oh, there's good in the world because someone let me in," maybe you're just making a joke. But if that's a legitimate thing, if you're actually like, "Wow, some people are so nice. What a rare thing." It's not that rare. It isn't. You're just surrounded by lunatics. It's rubbing off on you. Brandon, thank you. While Metro State is great content, I'm excited for the exposing of Bone Tactical. Me too. I'm doing One Stop 14th Amendment shop. Is that right? His name is Mike Raposa. And I only share that because he put it out there on documents. He's that sovereign citizen guy that got arrested for basically trying to arrest someone. We're going to do him first, and that's going to be fun because I'm sure he's going to get very angry at me. He's gotten angry at everyone else. And then after that, I'm looking into Bone Tactical. We're going to do a video. I'm trying to get a couple documents just for my follow-ups because that's going to be a few videos on that. It's going to be great. I'm super excited. Oh, goodness. Everyone and their mother is donating. Thank you all so much. Jay Pavilion, what are you doing donating? You know you could just send me a message and I'll read it. Thank you. She makes fun of Tesla Model X, and I'm like, "No, Jennifer, you look like a whale." Actually says the Tesla looks like a whale. Oh, Mark FM, welcome back. Baby due to October 1st Halloween costume. You guessed it. It's a chip costume. Oh, I actually could see that being true. NYPD Captain, thank you so much. Blue Bacon needs a translator from the UN. Yeah, I need one of those presidential translators like what Obama had in that sketch. The SNL, it was Key and Peele. You know what I'm talking about. Pebmets, thank you. She said she loves ultrasounds. What a coincidence. I love MRIs. Also, does she think stop is the name of the street? She doesn't seem to understand what that sign means. She just goes right through them, doesn't she? It's nuts. But oh no, if she gets pulled over, it's the police harassing her because of Metro State, of course. Janice Hudson, thank you. She's unemployed and homeless, and her married baby daddy is going to be spending some time in jail. I don't see how this ends well. I don't either. I would be terrified if I had his baby in me. First of all, because I'm a guy, and that seems genetically, not genetically, physically impossible. Second, I don't want his baby anywhere near me. I don't want anything of his baby making facilities anywhere near me. And I can't imagine, assuming if I was her, like, you understand this is a bad situation to be in. You don't want this. International Planned Parenthood, thank you. Flat tire, overdue for oil change, and turn blinker out. Car needs to come see us too. She talks about that later. We can go into that.
I hate this railroad track. It's too busy. Too busy for what it is. Teslas look like Beluga
Luther the
whales.
Anger Translator. That's it. Hold on. She's a Tesla.
Teslas look like beluga whales.
She says Teslas look like beluga whales. They definitely don't. Thank you, Frank Perry. Surprised she is not running license sirens. Right?
Anyway, so yeah, like I said, even with Jeremy in jail, I still have a fucking life. I still have shit I want to do tonight. I'm not going out to do anything that it's Jeremy related, but I don't want to get into it right now.
Then don't bring it up.
Oh, speaking of Jeremy.
Yes, that's what we've been doing the entire time. Go on. JP Lane, thank you. Jennifer, don't make fun of Tesla cars when your car has Christmas lights on the dash. Yeah, when your car looks like a police car and you assure us that it doesn't, but it does. Yeah, okay.
I guess I should talk about him. So his charges were dropped. It is his channel. We dropped the charges. I'm not going to get into it. It was a really long process, but it was actually a really nice process to taught me a lot about myself. And
what is she talking about? She's talking about how she's going to go do something in her free time that's Jeremy related. Don't know what it is. I thought conjugal visit, but apparently they don't do that there. And speaking is hard today. But now she's like, oh, yeah, I dropped the charges because, yeah, we know you did. And they could have still charged, but I guess they decided that they didn't want to, those jerks. Yeah, I learned so much about myself. Okay, hold on. It gets good.
I've realized, a lot of things that would not have gone over well for me in the past. I would have been like, okay, well, fuck you. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. Fuck.
Which is exactly what your response should have been in this situation, right? When things didn't go well. No, it's not things aren't going well. It's things are bad. The man who put a baby in you, we assume, threw you out of a window. And you're like, oh, no, he's done this before, but things are bad, right? You shouldn't not take that. Okay. Hold on. She says a little bit more. Thank you, NYPD Captain.
I've learned to kind of have more grace, and I've forgiven things.
No, have less grace. Don't forgive him. He threw you out of a window. Ah! And the microphone pick that up? Does it pick it up? Yeah. He threw you out of a window. What the hell are you doing? Melissa, thank you. Jennifer, or anyone in a similar situation, there's nothing good or normal about the situation. There is help. There's a way out. Please use whatever benefits available and help yourself and your child. Yes, this is not normal. This is very, very bad. She's putting herself in a horrible situation. I don't know if she realizes it or if she's pretending not to realize it. I don't know. It's not good. But you brought up a very good point. I thank you so much for bringing that up. Al Kringdahl, hey, Blue, I'll put a baby in you. Find me on Grindr, screen name Leatherboy in Blue. Wow. Well, thank you for your donation.
I would not forgive. Usually you would feel my fucking wrath. But I think I've gotten past a lot of that. I don't know. We shall see. I think.
Hey, thank you, Linda. Wait for it. Wait for it. It's going to surprise me again. Hold on. It's going to happen at some point. Maybe? The moment I...
That's not a firearm. Yep. Sergeant.
Oh, thank you for your donation. I love that. I love that so much.
Everyone changes every day. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. Jeremy. So, Jeremy's charged for the battery. They actually brought it down from a DV to a simple battery, which is actually
they dropped it. What do you mean they brought it down?
Obviously, since it was brought down. And
well, it's not better for you. You're the victim.
And the only thing we have to do now is the bond hearings for his bonds to be reinstated. I don't want to talk about how I feel about it because I feel like when I say things, people are like, "Oh, you thought this, you thought that, you stupid bitch," but look now.
Yeah, you did think that, you stupid bitch. And look now, he's still in jail because he didn't register the cell phones. I'm told, I don't know if it's true, I'm told those cell phones were cell phones he used to text all the other girls. They didn't find out about each other. Don't know if it's true. Kind of interesting if it is. But yeah, he got hit with other stuff because he keeps breaking the law and then posting about it. And then, of course, he gets caught because all eyes are on him right now. Right? When that happens, you lay low. Right? If I got caught, running a farm where you were allowed to just punch animals in the face and people paid to do it, right? I would lay low for like 20 years. I would not put my face out on the internet and be like, well, actually, it's just the police don't understand the animals actually like it. And it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't.
So, I don't want to say anything, but I'm laughing and smiling. So, that should be a good indicator of how I feel about it. I don't know if this camera's any good, if it's all smooshed or whatever. Y'all will be okay. So, yeah, so that's coming up. There's a lot of stuff. I can't wait for him to tell you guys like his experience in there. There has been some shit that has gone down that it just like makes me laugh.
Yeah, they probably got sick of him impersonating a prison guard.
Like, Jeremy, you are just like the craziest person I've ever met in my fucking life.
The NYPD captain.
But I think that's why I love him because he just.
I don't stick my junk in crazy, folks. I don't. I did it once. Actually, I probably did it twice. But not that crazy. No, that crazy is. If I went on a date with Jennifer, I'd be walking away for 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, just like, nope, this lady's insane.
I don't know. He doesn't really care. Can you see the mileage on this car?
Okay, stop filming while you're driving. Also, check engine light is on. Might want to fix that. Is that a change oil light?
There's a lot of shit that's like flashing.
I don't know what that is. I don't know cars very well.
But it wouldn't be a Metro State car if shit wasn't flashing. See, some people are like, oh my god, my check engine light came on and all this other stuff.
Yes,
I
it's a bad thing.
No, that's not how it is with Metro State.
You're running it, aren't you? Maybe you should make it how it works with Metro State. Jeremy's making, so much money. He has so many $1,000s worth of perfume. His wife has nothing but the best purses. His house is a mansion, right? All this money that he flaunts, right? And he can't fix up a few cars? Come on, guy. Like, you don't think that maybe that makes us go, is he lying about his money? Or is he just really, really stupid? Maybe both.
Metro State, you ride your car until it is on the ground.
Check this out. If you get your car fixed when it's supposed to be fixed, you'll actually have a lot longer before it reaches the ground.
Like, Jeremy rides the hell out of these cars.
Oh, pressure plate. Gotcha.
Even though I think he's a bit more, not snobby, but cautious when it comes to bikes because, they're bicycles. You have to make sure.
That's what he rides, so he's like, I want the best. Everyone else can suck it. Imagine if your car just like breaks down in the middle of a funeral. Is that really what you want? I mean, not that it matters because like his reputation is so bad right now. I don't think a car breaking down is really going to change that. But like, come on, be professional for once.
Good working order, but even then, he's still kind of isn't that on top of it. To me,
he makes poor decisions. Shocking.
I don't really give a shit right now. I wanted to stop by I might stop by our old mailbox. I don't know how. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do with this mailbox. I'm the only one I think who has a key. So, oh my goodness. So speaking of keys, all right. So let me just wrap up the whole Jeremy thing.
Why would she have the key?
And get to the important stuff.
Why would she be the one to have the key? That's why I wanted.
I'm kidding. Okay, so I don't know why the hell that show was there. Anyway.
So keep the car fresh, lady.
For Jeremy. We still get mail here. Do y'all remember this one? It's the old. I gotta go before I start running out of gas.
A common problem with Metro State vehicles, I hear.
I'm out of gas. Okay. This is.
She said it. Okay.
This is the old building that we used to be in.
Yeah, before you kicked out. Yeah.
But I think our new building may be setting a record because I have little to no patience for the bullshit. So this is where we used to be. They park like it's a parking space. We were like all over the place.
Yeah, people generally park like it's a parking space. If you guys were all over the place, like you didn't think like, maybe we should use this how it's intended. Like, come on, what? It boggles my mind how poorly it is established that this company is run.
That is so funny. So that's where we used
really
to
not.
be. They fixed the windows and stuff. That's where we used to be. That used
Also,
to be
good question.
our little home when me and Jeremy first got back together.
Which is mind-boggling because you shouldn't have. But what do I know, right?
This is where we met. Actually, no, he picked me up and then he wanted to show me the office and stuff. So this is.
Picked me up dressed like a police officer in a police car.
That is the spot. A lot of shit went down there. Absolutely. But anyway. I digress. So, I see you. I wasn't gonna hit you. I promise.
I think I am stupider for having watched this.
What was I doing? What am I doing? I was tired.
Oh yeah, the window. Did she say the thing about the window? Did I miss that?
Yeah,
While I was
back.
having a stroke. Is that the window? This one right here? Where she says like, oh, they fixed the window?
So that's where we used to be. They fixed the window.
Oh, she does say, yeah, they fixed the window. Yeah, the window that you got thrown out of. Great.
Stop.
Oh.
I digress. So, I was thinking,
I'm like actually slipping into a coma right now.
This has really brought me and him a lot closer. Like, we are just so, it's like we're united. But I think it's just kind of...
You shouldn't be getting brought closer. You should be distancing yourself as far as possible. Did she already say the thing where it's like, oh, yeah, you know, plenty of moments in all parts of the building, whatever. I don't remember what she said, but...
You know, I think he sees, if things were to go down, like if he were to go to prison, for example, I think he knows now that...
I'm just gonna listen because she's not showing anything interesting.
More than likely, his family is not it. They are not it. So I've been running.
That's not a firearm. Sergeant, 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 sergeant.
Thank you, Allie. Thank you. I love it so much. Oh, no.
Business. It has been me dealing with everyone, all these fucking idiots that we are going to get rid of. They are probably listening, and I hope they are. So
this is my favorite bit.
They will not be there anymore. When we...
Basically, she's like, look, we hate everyone that works for us. We're going to fire them all. Also, we're confused why they're just like doing whatever they want and not listening to us. It's probably because you said you were just going to fire them all and that they were idiots and that they all have terrible backgrounds. Like, Jeremy hired them. You understand that, right? He hired them. And you're like, they have bad backgrounds. Like, yeah, probably the guy with the bad background doesn't care that much about bad backgrounds. It's shocking. The man who's facing like 100 years in prison right now, you think he's making really good choices about the people he surrounds himself with? I sure don't. I really don't think so.
When Jeremy gets out. We already talked about that. Everybody's gone. Everybody's gone. Anyone who's
hold on. We gotta hit this. Just she deserves
ever
it.
Like disrespected me or not listened to me or anything like that, they're gone. They're gone. They're done.
You disrespect me, you're fired. Like, I feel like it'd be so easy to get fired. I love to think that Jeremy's just in prison. Like, I have to get out. I have to get it right now. She's destroying my business. Oh my God. Like, just like rocking back and forth in the cell. There's no way that this is appropriate for her to do to his business. Not that his business is appropriate, but you know.
As they say, it's a done data. It's over. So
I love a games tech.
Those people, everyone that's there now is not going to be there, including his family. They're not going to be there either.
Yes, let's take everything away from his family, his friends, his company. But then he becomes dependent and reliant on you, which means you can control him. Great. I think I see where this is going.
I'm not going to talk about like the money situation too much.
Sorry to pause it again. You know how I am. D. West says, I think he's going back to his wife when he gets out. You think his wife's going to take him back? The rumor is, I haven't checked this, his wife has taken down all the pictures of those two together. Almost like she wants a divorce. Now, I don't know if that's true, but it wouldn't surprise me.
But I will say that people were trying to write themselves checks, and those people are blood related. And I'll just leave it at that.
You mean the people that Jeremy owes money? The people that he asked to take care of the business for him. You think it's unreasonable for them to pay themselves to take care of the business? I don't. Seems like a business expense. You're just going to do it for free? His family doesn't like Jeremy that much.
And so I had to contact the bank, and I had to get everything fucking shut down. Everything was shut down. Were they pissed? Yes, they were. Do I give a shit? No, I do not.
Now, she's saying that she took them out. She stopped them from being able to access the money. So that makes me think that, yes, they were given access to the account. It was a joint account, whatever. I'm guessing she transferred all the money into one of her accounts and then shut down the joint one. Potentially, I don't know if you need all people involved to agree to that. Not really sure. But if that happened, that could be a really big problem for Jeremy if she just has access to all his money. I don't know if that's what happened, but it is a possibility. Or she could have said, hey, I need like a temporary restraining order on this account type of thing. Not a restraining order, but basically she could get a legal document that says, we're filing a lawsuit. Please pause their access to this money. There are a few things that could be done. I don't work in a bank. I don't know what all this stuff is. But this is... If they're stealing money, that's a criminal issue. That needs to be filed with the police. If they have access to the accounts, though, it's probably a civil issue. So it's not necessarily stealing in a criminal sense. I don't know. I don't think she knows what's going on. I think she has no idea what is actually happening and just assumes that anything that hurts her is an attack against her, when in reality, it just might be the byproduct of inappropriate action.
you are not going to take from him while he is in a vulnerable position. You're his
The vulnerable position that you put him in. Yeah, okay. Well, that he put you in to put him in, and that you continue to go back to, right? Like, I don't want to blame the victim, but you're kind of at fault here, because I'm pretty sure, like, I hate blaming the victim, but I think she is partially at fault.
fucking family, but you're also a piece of shit. And I think that he realized that.
Again,
the more time went on, he realized, oh well, I can't really depend
how he was
on
raised.
these people for fucking anything. And
I'm sorry, say that
can't really
again.
depend on. Realized that. The more time went on, he realized, oh well, I can't really depend on these people for fucking anything.
Oh, you mean when he was begging them for money, and they're like, we've already, loaned you so much money, we can't keep giving it to you. Money doesn't grow on trees, all right? Like, if your business is failing, first of all, you have such a successful business, sell your house, do something, right? Auction off your clone collection. You've got assets you can liquidize for your business that obviously isn't doing so hot right now. But if your family helped, his family helped. When they decide they want to stop helping, that does not make them bad people. That just means they're sick of his baloney. And I would be too. Irish girl, thank you. What, you want to get paid for working? You're fired. Alec Ringdahl, thank you. Hey, Blue, you can put me in a vulnerable position. I bet I could. Now, for the record, folks, I'm almost certain that's not the real Alec Ringdahl. In case anyone was like, he actually said this. Don't. And I know most of you are like, who would think that? But you don't read the comments like I read the comments.
And when I, really got into, well, I'm not going to say really got into my pregnancy, but when it looked like a viable pregnancy, and the doctor ordered me to be on bed rest for 4 weeks, I was telling them, I thought people would be excited for me and like, oh.
Why would they be excited for you? Why? Why would, I have no idea. Thank you, Sarah Marie. Respect my authority. Jennifer, everyone else, no.
Well, we're going to do what we can to help her. No, these bitches were like swooping in like vultures. And that's what a lot of nasty people do. They wait until you're very vulnerable, and then they sweep in and they try to take this from you and take that from you.
So you put yourself in a vulnerable state. You were having sex with a man that you knew was a bad person. You're having his baby. He is married, by the way, and you expect his family to be like, oh, yeah, cool, as opposed to, oh, well, he expects us to work for them and he owes us money and then not take money. That's what there is a logical explanation for this that is legitimately pretty probable. And she's like, nope, they stole from me because I'm the vulnerable one. Like, no, that absolutely not. Aaron, thank you. Money, in fact, does grow on trees if you work for the lumber industry. You know what? Fair point. Lumber industry does pretty well.
And they take money, they take vehicles, they just take shit that has nothing to do with them and doesn't belong to them.
Well, it sounds like you know who's taking the vehicles. It's his family. File a police report. Why are you not doing that?
And that's what his family has done. His family has participated in that. And like I said, we're going to get into that more when he gets out. He is very upset with his family.
Pause again. I know we all hate it. Luke Alpha. I was thinking the same thing when I read that. Like, oh, I don't want to call anyone out. The phrase is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the blood of the womb or water of the womb. I can't speak things. Just a fun fact. But to summarize, Jennifer's crazy.
He has had screaming matches. He had a screaming match last night with his mother because his mother
Shocking.
is just. I don't like to call people pathetic, but if you are, I just have to say it. So I think she's a really pathetic person.
You're dating a sex offender. Pot, meat, kettle. NYPD captain, thank you so much. A blue bacon themed baby shower. Let's do it. First person to do it, I'm showing up. And I'm going to tell you how terrible babies are. I'm just kidding. No, I'll bring a gift or something. I probably won't actually do it. But if someone has a blue bacon themed baby shower, I would seriously consider showing up.
And she's someone who doesn't have her son's back and doesn't have her son's best interests at heart.
The son who is a sex offender and a felon, yeah, I would also cut ties to that son. Shocking.
And for a long time, with the whole situation with Rania, I know that she always hated his mothers. Jeremy has 2 moms.
Now, that's a fun little statement she threw out there. It would appear that her mother is in a relationship with another woman, and good for her. No problems with that. We believe the other woman, and I will not state this as a fact. I will not state this as a fact because I don't want to get in trouble for being wrong on this particular one. We believe it's the woman who ran the security company who has been very close to the family. We've been wondering, like, why is she so close to the family? Well, this would make sense. She works in the same, I believe, school that Jeremy's mom does. She's like vice principal, and her mom's like a speech therapist or something. I could be wrong about that as well. I didn't commit that to memory. Leandra McMurtry, I believe her name is. And allegedly, according to people close to the situation, they are in a romantic type relationship. And that's fine. But a lot of people are asking about that. I figured I'd give you guys some info on it.
And I know she always hated his mother's, and I couldn't figure out why. I was like, well, I don't know why she...
Okay, not related. Pausing again. I know. This person has a channel name called YouTube is Anti-Free Speech. You understand that, like, the freedom of speech only applies to the government stopping you from saying things. Just checking. Making sure everyone knows. Jennifer Burton, thank you. Jeremy has 2 mommies. Heck yeah, and more power to him.
She hates them. Now, I know why she hates them. She actually, I think they had the locks changed inside and outside of the house because they believe that his mother's had access to the keys. They have a history of
this.
They have sticky fingers. Let's just put it that way.
The family that raised a sex offender and felon, and who also raised, a guy who was caught up in a sting to, a sex predator child sting. You're telling me that family is full of bad people? And you're surprised about that? Because I'm not. I'm not saying that the mother's bad people. I don't know anything about his mother. But I think we can sort of extrapolate from how the sons turned out that maybe her moral compass just isn't as straight as it could be. I don't know. Gabe's thank you could sub to OnlyFans, but here you go. OnlyFans would be a better use of your money, by the way. I don't get naked yet. That's a joke, by the way. I do get naked. I'm naked right now. That was also a joke. Moving on. Do you have any stories from your time at JBLM that make interesting videos? I probably do. We'll have to talk about that at some point. Figure out some fun stories. I attempted to film on JBLM. I know, it's a restricted military installation. Yes, but there are parts you can film. There are only specific parts that you cannot. Because there are families that live on JBLM, they don't enforce all of it, and it really is up to the base commander's discretion when it comes to that. So I'd have to check with the current base commander how he feels about it. I think it's still a he. And then maybe I'd be able to be like, this is the spot, blah, blah, blah. But we will check up on that. Jennifer Burton, thank you. Sticky fingers, oh my. Gross.
Sticky fingers opportunists. That's who they are. And like I said, I never thought they were that way. I didn't know like what they were about until the situation happened. I'm not going to, again, we'll get into that later when Jeremy gets home. But there was a lot of shit that went down. And I found out a lot of stuff about them and a lot of the things that they were, kind of plotting and planning. And I don't have time for that bullshit. I called them out, and it has been like a war ever since.
Because they probably also don't like you. And they're like, get out of here, lady.
And I don't give a shit. Like, I'm the kind of person, I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are to him. I don't care who you are to me. If you come at me with some bullshit, if you try to do some sneaky, shady, slimy, snake in the grass shit,
yeah,
it's over, bitch.
Yeah, okay. So, pot me kettle. You were trying to hook up with and you did hook up with a man that you met on Ashley Madison, a website designed for married men to find women to cheat with. And you're going to call people out for being, snaky, slimy, whatever. You are a snake, lady. You're also, I think, insane. But that's a personal opinion. I'm not going to say that as fact. For her to call it, be like, they're so sneaky. Like, it kind of looks like you're manipulating Jeremy to try to get what you want, and it's backfired on you. That's kind of you being shady, huh? And it also would appear that you tried to trade sex for money. Kind of shady, definitely illegal in Florida. But hey, what do I know? And you definitely try to blackmail him. So, you calling people out for this is kind of laughable. Emily, thank you. Is this the new video? This is the most recent one on Metro State where Jennifer is like, blah, like making a big fuss about stupid nonsense. And I'm just being sassy, basically. And if I go on a tangent, great. Now you know what it's like, Jennifer, when you watch this and cry into your pillow because you made poor choices. Look, I'm not trying to be mean. I just have no patience for your stupidity. I have very little patience for stupidity. And you are just a walking stupidity fountain right now. That can be changed. We could dry all that up, repurpose you into, a roundabout, something more useful. All right? I don't know where this analogy is going, right? We can fix you. But not while you're being like, oh, poor me, pity me because of my poor choices. No, absolutely not. You got to make some changes. Irene, thank you. You hate your job, walking in the middle of a very surreal conversation, though knowing it's Jennifer surreal is too nice. She's a comic book villain. Yeah, yes. I imagine her as a comic book villain. That'd be a lot of fun.
I don't give a fuck who you are. So that's where we are. Like I was stating with the I don't even want to say they're contractors because they're not going to be working for Jeremy at all.
Well, if they're still working for him, they're probably not contractors. They're probably employees, but what do I know?
They don't have permission to have his vehicles, but they're riding around.
Pretty sure they did. Don't know if you have the authority to revoke that.
It's kind of like, I don't want to call them thugs because I think that sounds racist, although I'm black. But they're thugs to me.
Well, she can't be racist because she's black, right? And that's not how that works. Now, I think the term specifically, what's the thugs? I meant to check this. The term, I think, came from Africa. It's like a tribe. Hindi thuggy or tuggy is derived from... Oh, no, it's Indian. It's from India. Isn't it right generally? India's not really. India's in Asia. Yeah, thug is India, right? I don't want to be racist, but I'm black. You can be black and racist. That's stupid. That's just nuts. It's the idea that you can't be racist because of your skin color is basically a racist thing to say. But, gosh, I'm no expert.
This is something that a thug would do. They wouldn't return your property. They would try to make your life hell. They don't care about, people who are vulnerable right now. They don't care about that. So to me, they're a bunch of thugs that are riding around in Metro State vehicles. So if you see a Metro State escort, like today is the 14th of May? Yeah.
Guys, censor the nips and dangly bits of the Metro State logo Jeremy's face. Is it defamation? No, that wouldn't be defamation. That would be unlicensed use of his face, probably, which is why I didn't put his face on the pillow. But someone has that pillow now. I don't know who has it. Whoever it is, come clean. But the one that was on my desk, I signed it and sent it out. So someone actually owns it, and I have no idea who it is. But, yeah. Good times.
If you see a Metro State escort from this point on until I tell you that Jeremy is out of jail,
as of 10 years from now.
Those are fucking thugs and stolen cars.
And what are we supposed to do with it? Call the police, lady, you crazy bitch.
They're thugs and stolen cars. That's what they are. Don't use them. Don't use their services at all.
She's so great at running this business. All right, we're firing everybody. All of our stuff is gone. And everyone who works for us is a criminal. Don't hire us. Like, good job. I'm sure that's not the reason that, the business is losing money. I'm sure the things you're doing with all of this, definitely. No. It couldn't be the fact that you're telling everyone you're going to fire them and that you're firing people who aren't nice to you and that you're telling businesses not to use Metro State. No, that's totally reasonable. That's definitely how you run a business, right?
They're pieces of shit. There's nothing there for you.
Thank you.
You're supporting, people who like to steal, and you're supporting bullshit.
The man who owns the company is a sex offender, you idiot.
You're supporting like a thug mentality, and you're supporting people who don't really have Jeremy's back.
Well, good. I definitely want to support people that don't have Jeremy's back. Why would they?
I wish I would have shared my conversation with my little McDonald's friend. I go to McDonald's.
We wouldn't have cared.
But not right now.
We wouldn't have cared.
Not right now. They have me parking at number 3. I don't know why I come here.
Why?
But anyway, my little friend is here. I love her. That's how you know I go to McDonald's a lot, because I have a friend here. I'm excited. I'm excited about what is to come.
Being away from Jeremy for 10 years? Yeah, me too.
You know, I'm not really on talk about it because, like I keep saying, I'm gonna wait until Jeremy gets home. We have so many plans about what we're gonna do, especially with Metro State.
We have so many plans. Okay, better get ready to wait.
Metro State is gonna have a complete overhaul. It may not even be around anymore.
It won't.
We are definitely getting to that point where it's like, why are we doing this? What are we keeping this going?
Yeah, with all the hate towards Metro State, why are you keeping it going? If all your vehicles are stolen and you're firing everyone, what is there left to keep? Am I right?
I don't know if that made sense. I don't know if that was good grammar. Why are we keeping this going? Because it just doesn't seem as though it's worth it. And then mostly it's the contractors that are fucking annoying as shit. They are the absolute worst. And since we're getting rid of all of them, it just doesn't make any sense to start over. It just doesn't. They're all
also because the guy who'd be running it is going to be in jail.
leaving anyway. So
now, what do we think Jeremy's going to do? Right? Once he gets out, once Metro State is gone, I like to think he's going to be a firearms instructor, and just like accidentally shoot himself in the foot. He's gonna be like, yeah, I'm super intense, blah, blah, blah. Like, no one will recognize me 10 years later. And I'm saying 10 years as if that's what he's going to get. I have no idea. It's just a nice number. I like to think he's going to give classes. He's going to be like, oh, yeah, But I'm interested to hear what your thoughts are.
But yeah, so like I said, I have plans tonight. I'll get into that later. I have some plans tonight, Jeremy related. I'm very, very excited. And that's just kind of like the update that is, happening with him as far as the legal part. As far as the legal part of, our situation that was dropped. We're just waiting for the bond hearings. And what else is going on?
Just texting.
We just have some issues because his family is holding money, taking money. So there's monetary.
Yeah, what about the other kid? Good question. I'd love to know. Yeah, I also want to know where she's living. I'm going to assume it's in the office. And I would love to know if she actually has permission to change those locks.
Issues there.
Interesting.
And the contractors are thieving thugs. Thug and thieves. I'm headed home and I'm going to eat this delicious, nutritious meal. And maybe take a little nap. I'm going to take a nice little shower, get ready.
Get ready for a big evening.
Oh, and I guess I gotta. This might be easy to upload though. This might be easy to edit. It's not anything too fancy. But I like to give you guys some sort of an update of what's happening with me and with Jeremy and with Metro State, which, as I stated before, probably is not going to be around for very long.
Yeah, 'cause you're running into the ground. Pause. Everyone, pause. I got to read these before I forget. I'm just slowly continuing to slip into that coma. Pedmets, thank you. If I remember, the reason why DeWitt had his bail revoked and he is now the guest of the Orange County Jail is because of the last 911 call she made. Maybe she should complain about herself. Yes, that was the reason why it was revoked. And then she's like, no, I withdraw my statement and whatever. It didn't actually happen. But then he got hit with 3 new charges, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, she's like, I'm not at fault because blah. Like, okay, lady, you crazy lunatic. Are they still breaking the no contact order? It kind of seems that way, doesn't it? Are they still doing business? It sounds like it. She's like, yeah, if you see them out on the road, like, why would they be out? Are you guys still doing escorts? The business not making money? Are they still doing escorts and you just don't know about it? Which is one of the reasons why I think that she actually isn't in charge. She just thinks she is and no one really pays attention to her because she's not. I don't know. Sort 37, thank you. Who joined up with Grandmaster J, instructor. Heck yeah. Irish Girl, thank you. Jennifer Burton, thank you. Plans tonight. Randall coming over and going to wear the Jeremy mask again. Oh, God. Oh no. No.
Once he gets out,
It's a horrifying
and we
thought.
file more things against the people that have
10 years later, you're going to file all of it when he gets out. Okay.
stolen from him, then it's more than likely going to be done. But we'll see. You never know. That's the craziest thing about like this story. You never know what's going to happen.
We have some. It's true. There's always something. You're like, this can't get any crazier, and then it does, right? But we can all generally guess that the things that we think are going to happen are generally going to be bad for Jeremy.
Vehicles are supposed to be at that guy. His name is Martree or whatever. I don't know. Some unique. I'll try to be PC about it. Some unique name. So this idiot, he's a sex offender, like I think I said before.
You're dating a sex offender. It's also on supervised probation. Okay, yeah, and your boyfriend's in jail. Well, pending trial. But like complaining about these other people while you're literally like, yeah, and then this other guy who's perfect, right? Like who literally has, if not the same, then definitely worse problems. It kills me. I don't get it. I don't get her nonsense.
So if you want to, I guess, see the vehicle, just look up his address. He's a goddamn moron. So yeah, look him up.
Says the woman dating a sex offender. Okay.
Look him up. It'll be fun. All right, y'all. I'm gonna pause this for now. I gotta go. Bye.
Okay, so this is the guy that she's complaining about. Now, this is public information, so it's not doxing. And I'll discuss this in a second.
This is him.
Jennifer, thank you. No contact order went away when charges were dropped. That checks out, actually.
It says homefacts.com. Homefacts.com, and that's where you can find, I guess, all the, I'm trying to do this with one hand. All the information. Oh, here it goes. Now we're like scrolling down. Failure to notify sheriff's office. Holy shit, a lot of fucking scars and tattoos.
Yep.
Aliases. Seems like
Wait for
sex
it.
offenders always have a lot of those.
Yeah, the guy you're dating also has a lot of aliases. In fact, I think he has more than that. Shouldn't that be a red flag? Sorry, Dr. Kettleburn, thank you. I'm miserable and candyless. However, punching Jennifer in the uterus might make me feel better. I'm not going to stop you. I can't advise you to do it, but I'm not going to stop you. I'd send you candy. I don't have your address though. I know I want candy.
But yeah, this is the what did I call them? Thuggin' thieves, thieving thugs, the ones driving around in stolen vehicles. So yeah, just bring him like a muffin basket or something. I'm sure he would enjoy that. Y'all want to see?
Okay, so the question that has been asked me is that harassment? Telling people to bring them a muffin basket? No, probably not, because it's not. I'm just gonna switch to my face because I don't want to look at that. It's probably not. See, it would probably fall under cyber stalking if she had been like, "Hey, go call this guy. Call him names, do all that stuff." Jennifer Burton, thank you. If she had said, call him names, harass him, do these things, yes, that would be cyber stalking. It would be either through yourself or others. Contacting someone or communicating with them through electronic means, and basically some states it requires you to fear for your safety, others it just has to be with the intent to cause emotional distress. So even like calling someone at 2 a.m. repeatedly could be cyber stalking, even if I don't say anything to them. It could still be cyber stalking. If she had told people to call him and harass him, yes, that absolutely would probably fall under that. However, she just said bring him a muffin basket. That I personally, as an investigator, I've done stalking, cyber stalking cases. I would probably not consider that enough to turn it into an investigation. I would take the report and I would check with the legal team. In my case, would be JAG, or SALSA. But it would probably, I'm sure nothing would come of it, unfortunately.
See my baby.
That's her baby.
This is like why is it so smudged? Anyway, that's their little arrow.
Lady.
That's it. I don't even. That was at Dr. Bruce. My first trimester. I don't know what any of that means,
I hate it so much. I hate it. And it's not really fair to her. I'm just, you know when you don't like someone, and so everything they do kind of pisses you off? That's basically where I'm at. Like, a lot of the stuff I'm complaining about her isn't that bad. It's just I'm so mad at her for making these terrible life decisions that I just find everything that she does to be annoying to me. That could change. If she turned her life around, that could change. However, she's not the young spring chicken she used to be. And I feel like maybe it's too late. She's too set in her habits. I don't know. But you'd think that the two of them, her and Jeremy, would be old enough to realize that however they're behaving is not appropriate in any way. So, you know, it just kills me.
That's my little baby. That's motor 3. That.
Gross. Thank you, Jennifer. Gross. Motor 3. Stop it. Just stop it. I don't even have a comment. I'm just upset with that. Just stop. Okay, hold on. Rennie is yelling at me right now. Everyone waits just 1 second. Just 1 moment here. Okay. Well, in that case, yeah. So we're not going to show that then. Good. All right. Well, I'll blur that after the fact. Apparently, there's some PII on there. Pretty sure all the vehicles are at Ken Delene's house. Don't know who that is, but apparently that's where they are. That's what I'm being told. Yeah. Anyway, we keep going.
I don't know. Just I'm really happy, and
I wouldn't be.
I don't know. I'm very.
I would not be happy.
Very. Just I don't know. It's unbelievable, right? It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's unbelievable that you make these terrible life choices. Commentator Auditor, hey, thank you. And Jeremy and Jennifer went from Jerry Springer to Maury Povich. Yes, I also thought that when watching this. Like, my God. It's perfect for Maury.
Unbelievable that this is like happening to me. So that's my baby, y'all. That's motor 3.
Sam Phoenix, thank you. Oh, take a bet. Ooh.
There we go. See all my fucking information and shit. Oh well, you know everything about me anyway. So cute.
And that was the ending. That's it. That's the ending. What? I don't even know what to say. What do we got, folks? What do we got for me? Oh, brain cells I'll never get back. Baby's color's blue. So yeah, all right, summarize. Jennifer said a lot of dumb stuff, and I was sassy about it. That's basically the summary. She's saying that all the vehicles have been stolen, which seems unlikely. She's saying that she's going to fire everybody, which is just bad business practice. And she's telling people not to employ Metro State, which, again, bad business practice. Well done. She says she's pregnant. She never actually says it's Jeremy's, but she insinuates it, so I'm going to make that assumption. And Jeremy supposedly was like shocked at first, but now is like super on board, which I sincerely doubt. And Jeremy's still in jail. So yeah, things are not great in that neck of the woods. Bleh. Bleh, bleh, bleh. PGH Media, you could not be farther from the truth. The ultrasound is not from October. I believe that's a different date for something. Rennie, help me out. Which one was that?
I don't know about any of it.
Oh, we're gonna mute that because I don't want to listen to her voice anymore. I don't know. There was the date of like. There were some relevant dates. I don't think this is faked. Apparently it was checked. I had my team. I'll call them that just for fun. I had my peeps run it, and they said, yeah, everything seems to check out. It could be fake. If it is, okay, well, that just shows what kind of person she is. And if it isn't, well, that just kind of shows what kind of person she is. So, I'm told the ultrasound was on 5/3, so not October. But anyway, baby's first word is Sergeant. Oh no, it's Jeremy's. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I'm thinking the October thing is her date of birth. Why the 7 on screen? Do you mean the question mark? To think that's it. It's because my camera's not working. I can't get my capture card to work for some reason. It might be a driver issue. I got to do some stuff to figure it out real quick. NYPD Captain Blue Bacon sounds like just gave birth. Oh, do I? Oh, you piggy. Yeah, no. Started these. So that's it. That's my response to that video, because of course I'm going to do it. And look, I wasn't going to, but people wanted it, and the idea of Jennifer going through this and being like, this guy right here was kind of satisfying. So did I have any like real good commentary on it? Not really. Nothing like mind blowing, because I started this basically like, here's the law on this, and now it's just me giving an opinion. But yeah, just no, my capture card doesn't work. But punching Jennifer in the uterus will make you feel better. I can't encourage it, but I'm not going to stop you. I won't get in your way. Well, I would, but I'd probably give you one punch, but not because I'd want to, just because, I don't know what you're going to do before you punch her. You know what I'm saying? No, I can't advocate for violence, but I understand the sentiment. Does mom ever get the family together? Apparently not. Jennifer doesn't seem to think so. Can you imagine NYPD Captain if they did that and they pulled they're like, yeah, we had your child tested, Ranya's child, and it turns out Blue Bacon is the father. And just to see his face, I'm like, nah, we're just kidding. That's why he's been so obsessed with Steve this entire time. It shouldn't be in 480p. It doesn't matter if it's in 480p anyway. It's a capture card, not a graphics card. Yeah, no, Jennifer's also bad people. A lot of charges. I don't know why it's 480p. I do not have the time to fix it or figure it out. I'm a busy guy. But if it's still 480p, I don't know I literally don't know what to tell you, because I fixed it last time. And I don't know if something's broke. Okay, well, apparently he didn't save. See, now it should be 1920 by 1080. And maybe in the future I'll check that before I stream, but probably not. Yeah, I should drop it to 240p just out of spite. It's not like you're seeing my face anyway, right? You can watch the original video. It's fine. I'm really doing you a favor by saving you that streaming stuff if you're on your phone using data. But yeah. Anything else before I get out of here? Hulk Ringdahl, thank you. If you had Jeremy as a son, you'd switch to women too. Ooh. It's spicy. I got to give this to Jennifer. Just because I can. Jennifer gave you the first thumbs down for this video. I'd believe it. The Maury Show. Jeremy, you're not the father. No, you're right. You're right. It's a bit. I'm doing a bit. Shooting last night in Times Square. Ooh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I had a drive-by shooting near my house the other day. I wasn't there at the time, but I'm told there was a drive-by down the street, which is terrifying. I thought I lived in a better neighborhood than that, but guess not. Chief Katie Hawk, thank you so much. I think it's going to happen with Jeremy's hearing. I think he's going to stay in jail. And they'd be like, yeah, you have 3 new charges, bud. Ooh, sucks to be you. You just can't stop, can you? All right. Well, with that, I gotta go make myself some dinner. I just dropped something. That's fine. Old Street Dog. Oof. But I gotta get going. You guys have been great. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed that. And I feel like there's gotta be something else, but I don't think so. I don't know. It's fine. Oh, yeah. If you like this, feel free to hit that like button. It helps me out with the algorithm. I don't know how the algorithm works, but apparently it helps. Subscribe if you enjoy this and you're not subscribed. I assume everyone here is already subscribed because this is the only thing I've talked about for like the last year, which is not actually true. I have put in other videos, but this is what if you're familiar with Jeremy DeWitt, odds are good you're always subscribed. And if you're familiar with Jeremy DeWitt, that's probably why you're here. It doesn't matter. If you haven't, please feel free to consider it. If not, it's fine. Whatever. I won't lose too much sleep over it, but it would be nice. It would make me happy if that's something you care about. For those of you who were here, which is everyone watching this now, but not after the fact, of course, thank you so much for being here. For those of you who donated, thank you so much. It helps keep the channel going. For those of you who said funny things that made me laugh, appreciate it. It's always good to put some humor into the world. And until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, be good, stay safe.